You know how I've been talking about how our government hasn't been able to tackle downsizing the public service. In the past, Conservative governments were renowned for having razor gangs, basically going through Canberra and getting rid of all the fat and waste there. And I'm sure there is plenty of it right now. The latest is that there's been this huge scandal with the ATO, the Australian Tax Office, where there's been over $165 million, I think it was, defrauded from the Australian Tax Office. And it appears as if there's been connections with a senior taxation official, because it was the son of a taxation official, which doesn't look good and makes you wonder about corruption within the Australian public service. I just think it's time now that that we really reform the whole public service and put it under an auditor's microscope. There's probably billions of dollars. Well, I'm certain there's billions of dollars to be saved. Could be tens, it could be hundreds of billions. I don't know. Probably tens of billions would be about the best we could hope for. But wouldn't it be great if we could save tens of billions of dollars in the public service, either by putting a freeze on, sacking people? I don't know. I just believe that it's being allowed to just grow so huge over the journey. I mean, if you want an example of that, just look at the ABC. That's over $1 billion of public money being spent each year. Personally, I would like the ABC to be way downsized and changed in its structure so that it's encouraged to do investigative journalism, which is something that private newspapers and what have you are not doing anymore. They don't seem to be putting as much money into real journalism as they used to. Probably because they're just not as well off. They're just not making the money. I mean, newspapers are dying. So this is an area where the public could, a publicly funded institution could fill the gap, genuinely fill the gap, which is what the ABC should be doing. It should be filling a gap. It shouldn't be trying to duplicate what other private companies can do. I just don't think that's its role. There's so many options in media now that we need to rationalise the whole thing. We can't afford to be living beyond our means, and we need to find ways of cutting back government expenditure. And this is a soft option, in my opinion. So that, because I can point to so much overt waste with somewhere like the ABC, there's got to be plenty of waste in many government departments. And I don't expect Turnbull to do a thing about it, because he just doesn't want to get off his arse and do anything, from what I can gather. He's pretty well just sitting on his backside and doing a Nero fiddles while Rome burns. And it's not good enough. We need strong leadership, and we're not getting it.